Hello guys, so in this video we are going to integrate our Jenkins CICD pipeline with GitHub through webhook, and then we are going to deploy our Node.js application on a EC2 instance using a pipeline. So just follow the steps one by one. First of all, we will at AWS portal and create a new instance. So launch instance. Just have to set a name of the instance, like I'm putting Jenkins server. Yeah, the Amazon Linux T2 micro. Just have to create a new PEM file. You can use already if you have created. So just create a pair, and then I will just allow the HTTP and HTTPS internet, and now launch the instance. So it will take a moment while it's be in a running form. Yeah, so we can connect our Jenkins. So we will SSH our server with the command. We just have to go to the CMD and go to the path where we have PEM file placed, and then we will just run the command of SSH. Yeah, so yes, and now we are connected with our EC2 instance. So let me clear my screen, and now we can we have to just install some packages. Like we have to install a Java, and then we will install a Jenkins. So these a set of commands you can find in the description. You just have to run it one by one. It will install Java. Yeah, now I will just download the Jenkins package, and then will be installed. Yeah, so our Jenkins almost installed now. So now we have to check the Jenkins server. Is it started or stopped? So we will check it with systemctl command, and you can see it is inactive. So we just have to start this service. Let me copy here now. Yeah, it will take a moment, and let me check the status of Jenkins.service again. Yeah, so you can see the status of the service has been active, and now we can see the first section of the video has been completed. We have installed our Jenkins on our EC2 almost complete. So we just have to configure the Jenkins through our application level. So we just have to allow the port where the Jenkins will be listening. So it is 8080. Now I will just allow the port in our EC2 instance security group, and I will just hit it through a IP address. So yeah, you can see the Jenkins has been installed. So we just have to the configure. We have to go to the this path in the machine and just copy the password of the file. We will do it with through cat command. Oh, I guess it's not copied. Let me copy again the path of the password. Yeah, so this is a password we just have to place on the admin password. Yeah, go continue. And now, yeah, now we just have to install the suggested plugins. Yeah, it will take a few minutes, so I will just just yeah, we just have to put the username and the password, right, as we do normally in our machines or in operating systems. So throughout when we have to log in our portal or on a Jenkins, so we have to use the same username and the password. Yeah. So our Jenkins configuration has been completed, right? So uh, the Jenkins installations section has been completed till now. So next we will go with the Git, and now I have to install the Git on our machine. Yeah. So Git has been installed now. Now we will install a git bash from where we will just push our code from local to git repo. So for this we just have to install for Windows 64-bit, right? So I already have been installed, and now I will just told you how we can just put our code from local to repo. So I have logged in our GitHub and just create a new repo. Uh, just let the name would be node sample project, right? So we just have to public and you can create a private as well, right? It's depend on you, because once we have to just go with the Jenkins, we have to just put the credentials as well. So now open the git bash. It is basically for a Linux based, so we'll just first command we will just run the git init. No, actually we have to go with uh, the the path where our project has been placed. So I just go to the downloads and then go with the folder where my Node.js project has been placed, and now we will just ls, and these are the files of my project of Node.js. So now I will just run the set of commands to just initialize the git with our GitHub repo. So these are the commands basically. So from the add command, you will add the file specific like a readme. So it is not exist in my uh, in my project. So I will just go with the git add and dot. It means all the files has been added. So now I will commit this change. Yeah. So it has the commit uh, for the commit. So the commit has not been done, but we just go with the branch, create a branch with the main, and just create a remote, uh, just create a remote region for this command, right? So for commit, we have to just put a credential as mentioned with above mentioned in the command, right? You can see. Let me, when I try to push, it will not allow me to push because we have to just run the above commands with the git config minus minus global user dot email, right? So I'll just copy the command of user logged in and then username. Yeah, yeah. So now when I go to with our push command now, so it will just authenticate me with the user and email address. Firstly, I just have to commit and then I have to just go with the push command. Yeah, so you can do it with token and you can do it with the web or a device, right? So it's depend on you. Token is you can just got your token from the GitHub settings, right? You can just generate a token from the GitHub. So I just pushed and just let you know how it's work. So now when I refresh, the all the files are has been just pushed in a GitHub repo. So now we will create a project in Jenkins, right? I just name the nodes project and use freestyle project and click OK. And now I just have to add a description about the project. So this is a very simple project, right? As a sample just for deployment on our EC2 instance. Yeah, so source code is to be select with git and have to put a git repo a URL. Now we have to add a credential. So I already have been added. So you can go with the add and you can just use your username of the GitHub and password of the your GitHub, right? So once you have just added, so it will be it can be selected from the drop down, and now you can just add the branch name. So we created a branch name with the name main. So we will just change here with main. If you have a master command, you just have to put the master, right? So I just have GitHub hook for our coming like webhook, right? So after that, when I go to the Jenkins to install the plugins, and so these are the available plugins which already which we have from which we have to install, right? So I will just search for a GitHub integration. So yeah, so this is I already have been installed. So you just have to check from installed plugins. If you don't have any installed plugins, you just have to install from the available plugins. And the other one is Node.js. So I already installed. So you just have to install from the available plugins. Yeah, so now we have to go with the tools and just to set the path of Git and the Node.js. So I've just copy the path from the machine where a Git has been installed and just paste there, right? So Git has been added with the path. Now I will go to the Node.js installation. The plugins you have installing, all the addition or the sections will be added there, right? So I just added the Node.js npm as well. Now the project we have to configure the project with the commands like but which commands we have to run on a machine on our EC2 instance. Yeah, so I just provide the path. For there I have to just install npm first. So it is a basically bash command, bash script. So I will just add npm install, and then I will just go with the npm start. save, and we will build now. So it is building now. So I will just click on the number, and you can see the console logs. You can see the Node.js service has been listening on the port 5001. So we have to just allow the our EC2 instance to just allow the port of 5001 in a security group to just access the deployment of the website or Node.js project on our EC2 instance. So I just added the 5001 and save rules, and now I will just hit the IP address with the port 5001. So yeah, here you can see the website, which is a simple Heroku Node.js website, has been deployed on our EC2 instance, right? So for webhook, we go with the settings of the GitHub repo, and now we will just add a webhook. Right here, we just have to add a application JSON, and payload would be the uh, it would be the IP address of your machine, and the extension of your application, right? So let me add with the HTTPS. Yeah, I just have to add the IP address, extension 800, and then extend, and then I will just have to add git webhook, GitHub dash webhook. So now this is a payload of the URL, and then we just can just select the event. So it can be just push event, right? And can be a approval one, like if anyone just push a code on the GitHub, whether it should be a trigger automatically pipeline, or it should be any approval or anything else. So we can just that we can just select. So after that, we just have to, like, let me just add something, just update something in the index.js file. So I will just change the port. For example, I just change the port from 5001 to 5002, and then I will just push the code with the same command. With firstly I will add, then we'll commit. Yeah, so committed, and now we will just uh, push the code. You see the, yeah, the origin already has been added, but let me check again, like is it exist or not. Yeah, so it is already exist. So now I will just push origin with main is are the branch name. You can if in your case it is master, you have to just put go with the master, right? So it has been pushed now. So and the our now are the, yeah, so you can see the Jenkins pipeline is already has been triggered now, and the listening port is 5002. So this is the way how pipeline works, right? And now if we can see, we hit with 5002, it would not hit because our EC2 instance security group is not allowed 5002 port. So let me allow the port first. Let me change 1 to 2 and then save it, and then we just go with the same. And now you can see the application has been deployed and listening on 5002. So that's it.